What's up everybody, it's your boy Duty back again with another video, and of course this is the daily rap video right after his disastrous Warzone stream where our boy DSP broke TOS, and I think he broke TOS in two ways. One, banning someone because, well, not banning someone because they didn't pay a bounty, but essentially requesting that the person pay the bounty to get unbanned. Now, I think that goes against YouTube's terms of service, and also I think the whole bounty thing kind of skirts the line around the whole gambling policy with YouTube. But anyway, let's see what our boy Phil has to say. I'm pretty sure he's going to bring it up and, of course, try to justify his atrocious behavior.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap. Yeah, for Saturday, the 7th of January, 2023. Welcome to the show, and welcome to a much different looking show. If you can't tell, a critical new piece of equipment arrived today, a ring light. And wow, does this look different, right? Like, I did the Level 1 podcast, we hooked it up live, started using it, and people were blown away. Their jaws dropped. They were like, wait, what?
Phil, you look exactly the same. You still look like a gouty goblin. You look paler than ever. Nothing changed. This is like owning a smashed up total vehicle, right? And then going out and saying, you know what, I'm gonna clean the tires on that, disaster of a car that doesn't run, that's probably sitting on top of cinder blocks, that's all crashed up, that you can't move anywhere. But you decide, you know what, if I clean the rims and the tires, it's gonna look much better.
Look at all the color behind me. Now with the ambient light, you can now see the Pac-Man lamp, and it doesn't blow out the camera anymore. And I am, lit up. You can see me fully, and I look human, and I look flesh, right?
I'm watching this on a 1080p YouTube Max setting. I'm watching his video, and it looks terrible, Phil. It looks bad. Doesn't matter how much lighting you have, your camera's shit. Your camera's terrible. I mean, look at that white blanket or whatever you have in the back. How like pixelized it looks. It looks terrible, Phil. I don't know what you're so proud of. It did nothing. This actually did nothing for your streams, Phil.
People were like, holy crap, it's so different. The art looks good, it pops, right? So this is how I did all my shows. I did Level 1 podcast, then we played Pokemon Scarlet, and actually for Scarlet we did Red for the conclusion of Pokemon Scarlet, which was very nice to have the red in the background. And then tonight we did Modern Warfare 2 Warzone Green, and it looks really good. And there's a few adjustments that need to happen, like when I go to the 4:3 camera to do commentary over gameplay, I actually lowered the brightness a little bit tonight, and it looked better. For some reason, there is some weird thing with the camera when it changes aspect ratio. It does look a little different. But after a little adjustment, it looked great. And now here we are. I went back for the daily wrap, went back to widescreen, 1080p, and look how cool it looks. And just to show you real quick, look at this. Look at all the different stuff I can do. It's pretty darn neat, isn't it? Right? And then we can do a strobe, and this would actually go between all different colors, right? This one, I think, I like this one, maybe for a show. I don't know about for gameplay how this would be. Maybe a little distracting to be going through all the colors. Anyway, so the daily wrap, guys, great day today. Like I said, on the Level 1 podcast, originally today I was going to talk about game news, but we spent the vast majority of the podcast setting up this ring light and getting it working. Once we did, oh my god, what a difference. It looks so cool, right? Gameplay wise, we finished Pokemon Scarlet today. We had exactly enough time, like literally just enough to finish it. If I hadn't set aside a whole 3-hour stream, we wouldn't have. And it was funny because people were like, oh, the final area is 90 minutes long. I was like, no. You have to understand, the final area is 90 minutes long. If you're rushing through, if you don't look around for optional items and stuff, and also if you're not interacting with the live audience. If this is just you sitting there playing it for yourself and going trying to finish, you'll finish it in 90 minutes. For me, I take my time, and of course interacting and talking with everyone, it took the whole stream. Good news is the ending of the playthrough was great. I had a great time. Now, there is post-game content in Pokemon Scarlet that opens up. However, it seems to be very repetitive. People are basically like, yeah, you got to do all the gyms again, which is what you've already done. They're just harder this time. There's a little bit of post-game story, but it's not necessarily like exciting. It's pretty much more of the same of what you've already done for the whole game. So, for all intents and purposes, my Pokemon Scarlet playthrough is complete. If you guys campaigned to see me play more of it in the future, you absolutely demanded that I play more of it, maybe I would consider it, but I think we're good right now. I think we're at a point where it's like, that's enough. We played a lot. Let's put it to rest. Okay? Tonight, Warzone. Great Warzone stream for multiple reasons. First of all, you could see me. And people actually liked the new improvements to the lighting tonight on Warzone. But then, right out of the gates, first match of Warzone, I make top 10. It was a great match, down to the wire, epic, sweaty. Pretty good match. Second match, another great placing. I'm not going to spoil, all right? But basically, I did so well the first two matches. It took me over an hour just for the first two matches. So because of that, the stream flew by. And when we started into the second half of the stream, I didn't do as well. I was, dying maybe, top 30 or whatever. One of them I did terrible. I did like 90th,
No, not top 30. You're talking about top 90. That's where you were, Phil. You played 5 games in total. First one you placed 5th. Second one you placed 12th. Third one you played 90-something. Fourth one you played 90-something. And the 5th one, I think you played like 100 and something. That's it, Phil. So stop exaggerating.
You're not going to do well every match in Warzone. There's a lot of RNG involved and stuff. And I made some mistakes too, which is why I died. But basically, like, the first half of the stream flew by so fast, most people didn't realize the stream was about to end. And I will say this. The bounties are working well. People are really enjoying the fact that they are challenging me to do well. And I'm actively really working my butt off to try to do well to reach those bounties. And, the streams are going very well support-wise, both with engagement, YouTube side contributions like super chats, and then also even, tips. It's going really well. And so I have no complaints. Do I love the game? No. Admittedly, I don't love Warzone, but we have fun with it. I like interacting with you guys while I'm playing it. I like feeling challenged and trying to do well. It's something different. It's something interesting. I'm enjoying myself for that reason. If it weren't for the fact that it was an interactive stream with you guys and there was a challenge to things like bounties and stuff, I probably wouldn't like it as much. But we're having a good time with it, so I'm happy that we're doing this unique thing with it. It's going well. So, really good stream tonight. Thank you to anyone who was there and engaged in any way. I will say this. We still had some bad actors. We had a couple people who were trying to say, oh, I'll definitely do this bounty. Someone said, I'll give you $50 if you get 5 kills in one match. The first match of the night, I get 5 kills. Oh, I didn't mean kills in the gulag. Those don't count. No. Bye. And that was the end of them. No, none of that bullshit. I don't stand for people who are going to come and say one thing. Oh, I like your content. I support your stream. Oh, by the way, I completely lied. I'm actually not going to support it. Well, then just bye. Don't come to my stream anymore. I don't want you here. We don't want people messing around and people wasting time and making promises they don't keep, being dishonest and stuff. It's messed up.
Really, Phil? You're talking about dishonest people? You sure have a lot of nerve with that. And I love how you always omit all of the information. For example, you didn't mention that, you didn't want this person here, right? You told them to kick off, not come back, whatever. You don't need them there, right? But you didn't mention that in the very next match you started talking about this person and said, if you give me $50, I will unban you. That's essentially what you said, Phil. So yet again, you prove everyone's point that say that all you care about is money. It's like the mask comes off, and I know for me, the mask is always off because I know the type of fraud you are and how much you lie. But, just your very word. That's why I like to play a lot of these videos. That's why I always pump out a lot of your content, because I don't want people to hear your very words, and so that they can see, without me having to say it, that what they say about you is true. You're money grubbing. All you care is about money, and you lie. You essentially lie and you omit facts. And that's why I pumped out that content earlier showing how you lied. And I'm not going to get into the whole how the gulags don't count, because that doesn't count. And when you're in the practice mode at the very beginning, that doesn't count either. Matter of fact, that actually counts more than gulag, because you actually get experience points for doing that at the very beginning before before the battle royale begins. You actually get points there. You get no points whatsoever in the gulags. You get nothing. Gulag is simply just a get out of jail free activity for you to get back into the battle royale. So yeah,
I don't mind if you're here just to enjoy the stream, but don't lie. Okay? So yeah, the good news is everyone else lived up to their promises. It was a greatly supported stream. We had a great time. Superb. I had a ton of fun. Okay? Now here's the deal. Tomorrow is a big day. Tomorrow is my year-end series. In fact, I'm going to stop recording very soon, immediately get to uploading as fast as I can. I got to set this up for tomorrow. So, what is it? First of all, the Level 1 podcast, 10:45 a.m. Pacific time. I will try to cover game news unless something else crazy happens, and again, I can't do it. Then, first stream will be my year-end series, starting with the most disappointing games of 2022 countdown. Very nice. Pointed in the wrong direction. And then after that, it's going to be my Game of the Year awards. Okay? How will it work? It's a live stream. What that means is basically I'm going to be counting down the games and play some footage of the game while I'm in the corner commentating over it, just like how DSP reacts. Very similar concept. There won't be any audio from the game. But what I will try to do is let you know my honest opinion about the game. Why was it disappointing? Why was it one of the best games of the year? One other thing I want to say, because people don't seem to understand this series. Every year they ask this question. It's not the worst games of the year. It's the most disappointing games. Why? There are very well good games that were disappointing. That they were disappointing because they should have been better. Or maybe there was one aspect of the game that wasn't good, but everything else was good. That's what the most disappointing games countdown is about. Not about what's the absolute worst games. In fact, to be honest, I try to avoid games that I outright know are bad now. You guys are always wanting me to do fun interactive streams. It's hard to do that with a terrible game. Plus, I'll be honest, I just don't have money to waste to be buying bad games when we could be playing much better games on the stream. So, because of that, I don't really play the shitty games anymore. Instead, we focus on mostly good games. But man, there were some games this year that were very disappointing or ended up being stinkers, even though they looked like they were going to be good. That's what we're doing first. And then after that, we'll be counting down the best games of the year. It's going to be a great time. And that is the entirety of my...
God, he's such a moron. He just exposed himself what he was going to... So if you look at the... Well, let me scroll back. If you actually look at the... what he claims is his top games, I guess, or best games, whatever the hell he's calling it. What is he calling it? Here it is, Game of the Year. What does he have? Horizon Forbidden West, Elden Ring, God of War, Stray. And we all know he's going to make Stray number 1, he's going to make Elden Ring number 2, and he's going to make God of War number 3, and Horizon Forbidden West number 4. That's pretty obvious. And when he does, we'll sit back and laugh at him. Anyway, I can't take any more, Phil. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.